relax your mind. Kick back and just unwind. Don't let this moment overcome you, cause you need this vibe. Music, it takes me there, places where I don't care. I'm overflowing in this motion, you can't help but stare. Flowing like up and down, spinning around and round. Back up and touch the ground. I'm making, but I can't sit down. Moving from side to side, feel good cause I'm alive. Don't you feel jealous, just get up and help me feel this fire.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your main man, Mr. Council. Back with another one. You know how we do Saturday motivation. I chose Saturday because Saturday is a day that's uniquely our own. Most people work a 9 to 5, so by the time they get to Saturday, they feel it's their time to take the foot off the gas. Well, most artists, creatives, business minds know that Saturday's the day to put your foot on the gas and handle your business. Today's a big day. How we doing? It's a little gloomy out, but I'm excited. Most of y'all know, especially the past few weeks, I've been talking about my basketball teams. Today's my biggest opportunity as a coach. I coach girls and boys. Both my teams undefeated, and we're facing the only two teams left that are undefeated today. So today is a huge day for me as a coach. And so I guess I'm saying all that to say, for today, I just want to speak for a few moments about trusting the process. I've been at this for a long time, trying to be the best version of myself. I've been doing a lot of things in my life. I'm a school teacher, I'm a singer, MC, basketball coach, Uber driver. I do a lot of things. And for a long time, I always understood that I was talented, but I never had true faith and belief in myself. And I didn't always have true faith and belief in God. And when I say that, it's not that I didn't believe in God. I just didn't always believe that good things were going to happen to me. I always had ups and downs just like the next man, but it just seemed like for a long time I got a greater share of the negative than the positive. And I didn't understand that those things were continuing to happen to me because of me and my mindset. And things didn't begin to change and turn around in my life until I changed my mindset. And in changing my mindset, I stepped outside of myself and I released my talents and my gifts to God. And ever since I've been able to do that, things have been changing. The direction of my life has been slowly changing. And now I have more trust and belief in the universe, but that began with belief in myself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in the gifts that God gave you. You are here for a reason. It's a lot of people that are gone, but you still have life, breath, and opportunity to do something special, to do something great. And what you don't understand is when you truly have belief in yourself and you trust the process, God will take you to a place that you never imagined you could be. I never thought I'd be sitting here as a coach of two teams that are undefeated. And I'm not saying that to brag about the teams, but what I'm saying is I've been blessed with an opportunity. I don't know what's going to happen today, but I know I believe in myself, I believe in my kids, and I trust the process. I spent a lot of years losing, but I wasn't worried about the losses. I was always worried about what the kids were going to do on the next level. I wanted to make sure I could do everything in my power to give them every bit of knowledge that I had so they can use it and take it to benefit their own lives and take them to someplace greater. I swear to you, that was my only focus. I had seasons where I won no games. No games. Game after game. Loss, 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 loss. I had times where I felt like I was going to lose teams because we were losing so much. I didn't know if they were going to show up the next week. But I always had faith in my ability. And then once I started to have faith in God and the universe, everything began to change. And now I'm sitting in a place where I have an opportunity to do something special in my city. I've been working at music for a long, long time. When I first started doing this, I had no idea that I would be producing the songs that I'm putting out. I had no clue. Most people, especially aspiring musicians, would always go around singing cover tunes and things like that. And I was always against that. I always would add some to my show, but I always wanted to show the world that I had my own voice and I had my own message. And 4 albums later, the kind of music that I'm putting out is just, it amazes me sometimes. And I give all of that credit to God because, number one, He gave me that talent. And He gave me belief in myself as a kid. He always made me believe in myself. He always showed me something in my life that let me know that I was on the right path. And now I'm doing things in music that I never thought I could, and it's only the beginning. So what you have to understand is you have to trust the process, and by trusting the process, you have to have faith in your Creator. It begins with belief in yourself, recognizing who you are, what you're here to do, but until you have belief that good things are supposed to happen to you, nothing will change. You will continuously face a roadblock. You'll continuously be thrown off your square. You'll continuously be put in a position to where you compromise your integrity. Trust the process. Do the work the right way. I've had a struggle with weight loss for years. I continue to tell you guys about that. And for years, I didn't see changes, real true changes in my body. But that was because of me. I never gave up, but I never truly, truly believed I could make the changes necessary that I needed to make. And now I'm beginning to do those things after all of these years. It might have taken me a long time, but I've never given up. No matter how many times I get knocked down, I get back up. So I'm telling you, trust the process. Figure out who it is you are, why you're here, and do that to the best of your ability. And don't lose faith when you lose. Because that opportunity just wasn't meant for you at that time. As a coach, I see it all the time in my players. I see players that have potential that's amazing. But some of them just are not ready yet. And as their coach, through the experiences that I have, I know, I can tell when they're ready for the next level. And that's the same thing that God is doing in your life. He is coaching you. He is constantly putting you in positions that make you uncomfortable to see how you are going to respond. He is putting you in positions that are going to challenge you, that are going to make you greater through those challenges. And if you constantly look at it as if the world is out for you, you're never going to see the things that God is trying to do in your life. Believe in yourself, trust the process, and trust the universe, and everything will slowly come together. The problem that we face is we never know how long we have to wait. But what God is trying to tell us is you have to look inside when things aren't going right. See, most of us, every time something is going wrong, we look to the exterior. We try to point to something around us that's going wrong, something that wasn't unfair, something outside of who we are. It's like we don't believe that we're causing it just because we're working hard. Working hard isn't the only thing. It's the belief. And until you put in the work, you don't have that natural confidence, that natural belief. I have a natural confidence now that exudes. I don't have to go around bragging about anything. People can see certain things about me because of the work that I'm putting in. And so if you just take some time to believe in you, work at your craft, and then have faith that God will carry you where you're supposed to be, if you don't do those things, nothing will change. So if I can motivate you today, trust the process. And when you do that, God will give you an opportunity to be great. I don't know what's going to happen today, but I know we have an opportunity. And that's all you can ask for in life. And if you've put the work in the way you say you have, when you get your opportunity, the results will speak for themselves. And then it's your job to keep your arrogance in check, because you have to recognize that it wasn't just you that got you there. It was something greater than you that gave you an opportunity through your hard work. Y'all know I'm telling the truth here. So on this Saturday, begin to believe in you, trust the process, and work tirelessly. And it will bring you a faith in the Creator that you have never experienced. And then He will take you someplace that you never imagined. I got to get inside this game, so I'm not staying on here long. Y'all pray for me today and my kids. But I trust the process. I trust the work that we've put in. So I know God is going to take care of the rest, no matter what happens today. Because today is not the end. Today is just another opportunity that we've been granted. That's my time, y'all. Peace to all my people in the struggle.
I think I'm ready, might be ready, now I'm ready for love. Don't think I'm jealous, but I felt it when I saw you someone. Okay, I'm jealous, cause I never thought you'd leave me alone. So now I'm jealous, I can't stand it, and I can't let you go. No, I just can't let you go. No, I just can't let you. I thought to myself, oh,